I stood at the airport, my suitcase in one hand, phone in the other, completely confused. Where were they? We were supposed to be flying to Hawaii. But the terminal was empty. And when I finally got a call from my mom, she said the words that shattered me. Sweetie, why didn't you come to the airport yesterday? Intro call to action. If you've ever felt underestimated, betrayed, or cast aside by the very people who were supposed to love you the most, you'll feel this story deep in your bones. Like, subscribe, and stick with me, because this isn't just about missing a flight. This is about what happens when people treat you like you don't matter. And how sweet revenge can really be. Full narrative expansion. Growing up, I was always the invisible one. The youngest of three, the quiet kid, the emotional daughter who cried too easily and overthought everything. That's what they'd always say, my parents, my siblings, even my cousins. I wasn't dramatic, I just noticed things. I felt things. And apparently, in our family, that was a crime. So when my parents told me we were all going on a family trip to Hawaii, for once I was excited. They'd planned it months in advance. I even helped look up hotels and activities. I kept telling myself this was my chance to finally be included. To not just be the tag-along. I remember the night before the supposed flight. I double-checked my suitcase. Had my travel documents in a folder. I asked my mom again, just to be sure, we're flying out at 10 a.m. tomorrow, right? She nodded distractedly. Yep, we'll leave the house at 7. I even set 4 alarms, just in case. But when I woke up the next morning, the house was silent. No suitcases, no voices, no coffee brewing, just empty. I panicked, checked the time, it was only 6:15. Maybe they were running late. I got dressed fast, lugged my suitcase downstairs, but they were gone. The car was gone. Still, I didn't want to overreact. I took a ride to the airport, figuring maybe they'd gone ahead and I could meet them there. But at the gate, no one, no family, no messages, no missed calls. I called my mom. No answer. Dad, straight to voicemail. Then finally, around 11 a.m., my mom picked up. She sounded confused, but not surprised. Sweetie, she said, why didn't you come to the airport yesterday? I stood there, heart pounding. Yesterday. You said the flight was today. She paused, then said, I told you it was Thursday. Maybe you got confused, honey. That's when it hit me. They'd lied. It wasn't a mistake. My own parents had deliberately given me the wrong date, so I would miss the flight. I was shaking, humiliated, alone at the airport while my entire family was sipping piña coladas on a beach. They didn't want me there. I cried in the cab ride home, but I wasn't sad anymore. I was angry. And when they returned a week later, sunburned, smug, and full of stories about luau's and snorkeling, I didn't greet them. I didn't say welcome back. I just asked one question, why? My dad sighed, annoyed. We thought it would be better if we had some time, just the 4 of us. You can be intense sometimes. My mom chimed in, we didn't want any drama. That's when I realized they weren't sorry, not even a little. So, I made a decision. If they wanted distance, emotional, physical, all of it, I'd give them exactly that. But not in the way they expected. Over the next few months, I quietly worked on my escape plan. I picked up extra shifts at work. I applied to out-of-state colleges and internships. I cut down my social media presence, slowly going ghost. No arguments. No confrontation. Just distance. 6 months later, I was gone. I left a short note, don't worry. You've got your peaceful family of 4 now. I won't ruin it again. I blocked them all, changed my number, moved states away, but I wasn't done, because this wasn't just about disappearing. It was about showing them what they gave up. I threw myself into my new life. I found a community that actually appreciated my emotional sensitivity. Turned out, that made me great at crisis counseling and psychology. I landed scholarships, published articles, and got featured in a student magazine for my advocacy work. Then, one day, my old high school did an alumni spotlight article, and they featured me. With a photo and a quote. When I was left behind, I discovered my own worth. It went viral locally. And my family, they saw it. My cousin messaged me, your mom's been crying nonstop. Your dad's furious. Apparently, their friends were all asking, what happened? Why would they leave you behind like that? They were getting publicly embarrassed at church, at work, in the neighborhood. My mom tried reaching out, but I never replied. And the cherry on top. A year later, my dream internship announced a summer program in Hawaii. And I got selected. So there I was, Finally on that island, but not as someone's forgotten daughter. As someone who chose to be there. I posted one photo, just one. No caption. Just me on the beach, holding a book. Wearing the biggest smile I've ever had. They left me behind to protect their little bubble. To pretend that my emotions, my presence, didn't belong. But now, they're the ones left behind. Watching from afar as I build a life where I'm valued, visible, and powerful. Their punishment wasn't a scream, or a fight. It was silence. It was success. It was being erased from the story they tried to edit me out of. Some betrayals don't need revenge served hot. Sometimes the best payback is living your truth so loudly, the people who tried to silence you can't help but hear it echo for the rest of their lives. If this story hit you in the heart like it did for me, hit that like button. And tell us in the comments, have you ever had to walk away from someone who didn't value you? And did your silence say more than your words ever could? Subscribe for more real stories where justice doesn't always come with shouting, but always comes with power.